Are there different standards for water quality in rural versus urban areas? Breaking news for everyone concerned about water safety. The question on many minds right now is whether water quality standards differ between rural and urban areas. With recent discussions around water safety, it is essential to understand how these standards work in different settings. Water quality standards are typically set at national or regional levels. These standards apply uniformly to both rural and urban areas. However, practical differences do exist. These differences arise from variations in infrastructure, resource availability, and local environmental factors. In many countries, regulations like the Safe Drinking Water Act in the United States set health-based standards for all communities. These standards define acceptable levels of contaminants. Water suppliers are required to meet these standards to ensure safety. Despite these uniform standards, rural areas often face unique challenges. Limited access to advanced treatment technologies can make it harder for rural communities to meet these standards. Funding constraints and less frequent monitoring further complicate the situation in these areas. On the other hand, urban areas usually have more developed water treatment and distribution systems. This allows them to better control contaminants and comply with regulatory requirements. Urban areas also deal with different pollution sources, such as industrial discharges and urban runoff. These factors influence how water quality is managed in cities. In contrast, rural water sources may be more susceptible to agricultural runoff and naturally occurring contaminants. Aging infrastructure can also pose risks to water quality in rural settings. Some regions have specific guidelines or programs aimed at supporting rural water systems. These programs help address the challenges faced by rural areas. However, they do not create separate water quality standards. Instead, they provide assistance to help meet the same overarching criteria. In summary, while formal water quality standards do not differ between rural and urban areas, the ability to achieve these standards can vary. This results in practical differences in water quality outcomes. Understanding these distinctions is vital for ensuring safe drinking water for everyone, regardless of where they live.